None of us are special. This is where I'm at. And I'm finding it out to be a fundamental truth. Not just some individuals aren't special, but I'm saying literally all of us and all is not special. From our perception, even, I guess, but I don't know. Just looking at it, I think we don't realize our insignificance in the universe. Everyone thinks that they're special to someone, which they are special to people, but they're not special in the whole entire grand scheme of the whole and collective consciousness, because that's all that matters in the end. It's not this individuals that matter, it's this collective consciousness. That's the divine truth. So, yeah, I really am starting to actually get on board with like this H.P. Lovecraft and Nietzsche kind of ideal that we live in an insignificant universe where God isn't at play and we all make our own destiny, and that we were all chosen to be a certain way or a certain kind. And that's awful too. I don't fucking go down that road, but I do, because you know what? It's denying God or denying people. And which should the individual fear more? You know? There's a quote by Fyodor Dostoevsky that says, "I cannot fathom that children are to suffer for the eternal harmony of the universe. That seems incomprehensible to me, that they are to suffer." And I really pondered it, and I've just, I think it is very relevant, but at the same time, that is like absolutely denying karma and sins, which, I think a lot of people, I really feel sorry for, and I hate to be like in like the pursuit of karma and sins, but that's just the way I am at this point in my life, because I want to serve God. But anyhow, yeah, I really do think that might be the divine truth, is that, we just live in kind of an insignificant universe, and God's really not at play, other than maybe our karma and our sin in that little purgatory middle area. I don't know. Perhaps it is something like that, though, and that is why children suffer, and that's a way to make some reason of it. And there's another Dostoevsky quote I like, and it says, "Why should we limit ourselves to the sufferings of children? I wanted to talk about the suffering of humanity in general." And this one made me think too about how people just, they always consider who has it worse, or consider, yeah, that's kind of the aspect, but like whenever it like piles onward and onward, I think it like becomes to a point where like we're not considering the soul of a person. But I do think that quote kind of resonates with what I was just saying. But I really do enjoy reading some good Russian philosophers like Fyodor Dostoevsky and Ayn Rand. I think they have some very valid truths on reality of life. But I also get down with some real altruistic guys like the Buddha and Jesus, and you know, some really great leaders in religion. I do think they actually their altruistic beliefs, I think they are valid. I think that's kind of the whole reason for humanity, you know? Like, originally, like, when I think, like, back to the dinosaurs, and I think, why would God wipe out the dinosaurs? And I just, to me, I think it's because he wanted to bring us here and give something free will. You know, I think dinosaurs or reptiles kind of have like this like mechanical thought process. You know, it's very instinctual. And they say we all come from a lobster. But anyways, I think that's true. I think God put extinct dinosaurs for us in our ability to work together. And that was the difference, is between sentient life and dinosaurs. Possibly. That's my speculation on that. There was a jawbone once found, I think it was somewhere like in Africa, and it was like half a jawbone, and apparently they speculated that someone had taken care of this person who had missing half a jawbone all their life. So they fed this person like berries or something like that to help them live all their life with this jawbone, half jawbone. And you know, there was actually written in the report, but it was like saying that, you know, a proper survival technique for humanity to evolutionize was helping one another out. That is like a way for us to persevere as a species. I feel like we kind of lost that. If you look at there's a video of a guy in Germany, or in Paris, a German guy walking in Paris, and you just, the way you walk through the street is you don't look at any cars, you just keep walking forward, because if you make any eye contact with them, they'll expect you to stop for their cars. Like, they'll keep moving on you. And I think that just goes to show like the reptile ways of humanity and the lost monkey mind. That's kind of like a strange aspect to look at it, but I think that is true. Like, there's like, when you're not thinking and you're just feeling, you're able to do a lot more because you can do everything together. So yeah, that's kind of a concept on like heart consciousness, I think. And they say that our hearts are actually self-conscious. Like, apparently we put it out an aura with our hearts that expand like 100 times that of our brains, and it's actually an electromagnetic field. And yeah, they can like test it by machines. So our hearts literally put out an electromagnetic field, and they can sense them with machines. It's amazing, and I really do think that there is some truth to the heart. I think the heart is like they call it the seat of the soul, or the eyes are the seat of the soul, but I think the eyes are connected to the heart. And yeah, I do believe absolutely there's something else about that. They always talk about, you know, body and mind, or heart and mind and soul. Those are like the three, I guess. But anyways, back to what I was originally saying. You know, let's get to the optimist. The optimist would believe in karma and sins. And, you know, I feel like there is like a certain degree. Like, if you're like on this like certain degree of being on the good side of sins, or the good side of karma, to deny that is pretty pessimistic. Yeah, so like, it's horrible at the same time, but like, why would someone who's on the good side of karma be a pessimist just because people who are born, you know, handicapped or something, they can't believe in their karma or sins because of that? And they should have to be a pessimist about life and about themselves. They should think of themselves not as special, not as chosen by God. See,